All right, boys and girls, it's June 11th, and I think we're gonna make some more profits today. Yesterday we got funded, right? Funded on our first account, our Tradeday account, one of the ones I didn't think I was ever gonna get funded on. Let me turn on some lights. Let's turn on some lights. But the one I didn't think I was ever gonna get funded on, and we got funded. I was super surprised. I swore yesterday we were gonna lose that trade. I even left, came back thinking about, oh my god, I'm never gonna get funded. Came back and was funded. So that was very interesting experience for me. And so today, let's see if we can keep it going. And the London high and the London low, which are the zones, which I have them marked out. I forget exactly what the time period for them, but they're set at 9 o'clock. And the London high and London low are within, for the first time that I've been trading, 20 points of each other. So that means price has been consistently acting or just bouncing off in this range here. It's been consistently ranging. So I'm not looking for any huge moves in either direction. We are far below VWAP and we are moving around 200 EMA, and it's about time for us to start the trading session. What was I talking about? Yeah, it's about time for us to start the trading session, and we're gonna see what's happening. We're gonna see what's happening. And I think this is going to be a very successful trading day. I'm going to keep it depends on how price moves, but I want to keep most of my entries very slim. I don't want to really be looking for any big home run entries. So let's see what we have here. And you can see, even look on this is the 1 minute chart. Is that what we're looking at? This is a little bit zoomed in. If you look on the 1 minute chart, we're even still participating in the range as I speak, right? It looks a little bit different zoomed out, but this is how it actually looks. We have a high volume node on top. It's being rejected from a high volume node. The highest volume node is this yellow bar, right? It's being rejected from the highest high volume node on the volume profile, where it's being guarded by the 200 EMA, and we have VWAP all the way at top and our lows at the bottom here. So about to enter. We have 1 minute until opening. I'm going to be trading on my 3 Tradeday accounts, 150,000 and 250,000 accounts, and then the 12 rhythmic accounts. But I'm only going to be trading on 6 because I like to split up the strategies that I'm using. So I'm trading on 7 rhythmic accounts and 3 Tradeday accounts, and all those accounts are more than halfway overfunded. So we're going to see what happens, and market is about to open. And our candle's coming in 20 something seconds. I'm going to take my signature drink of coffee to get rid of all my nerves. And let's let the markets be. So we're going to see what happens once the 9:30 candle drops, which is relatively soon. It's actually in 2 seconds now. All right. And you see the point of control it's already established. I already have it so that our session starts at 9:30. So we're going to see how these trades are looking. Immediate movement to the upside. Not so much to say. This is really only like 5-6 points. If this is 20, and I'm just watching carefully how price is moving. Notice I'm looking at the range chart, and I'm watching price range. I would expect price to get to this area, come right back down, right? Notice that we also have a high over here. Price is being rejected from that high, maybe a little bit before that high. So I can imagine price continuing the range. This entire session, I see us coming to the point of control, coming below the point of control, and doing this over and over and over again. So yeah, we have a potential range candle to open up the session with. A long wick candle on both sides, being a 9:30 candle, and I think when you see that, it usually screams range. And so let me see the size of that. 12 points. I guess that's pretty normal. Now we have a huge drop, and I don't expect this to actually break any of these lows. And we have the London low, a bounce off London low, and we have a bounce through London low. And I see that we have a return from London low. And we don't have a return from London low. Let me just look at the other accounts. And I actually didn't activate the instrument. Actually, I do have it activated for the trade copier. Okay, so we have a little linear regression, strong retracement to the upside. And I actually don't have my Topstep X account open up. I might want to take a look at that in a second. It's just very interesting price movement. We have a strong retrace candle, but passing up through VWAP, maybe a slight rejection at VWAP. Right, maybe a slight rejection. And we just have strong candles, but it seems like from a 930 candle, we are up on our CVDs. So I'm thinking maybe the up direction may have slightly more advantage rather than the down direction. Just going by our CVDs as to where this range is going to play out. I'm only going to be taking movements in the direction. And actually, let me just set up my entries and exits. I think we're going to be going up today. So I got 40, 120. The same thing. I'm going to be taking small moves today. 40 and 120. That's just like 10 points to me. I'm actually breaking out. Getting rejected at VWAP, which seems like to be the thing for today. VWAP seem to be handling most of the upward moves. This is the second time we're testing VWAP, and we're being rejected at VWAP. So it seems like we're going into an up direction. Nothing too crazy there. We were trying to take VWAP again. The rejection wasn't strong enough to bring us down from VWAP. And we have a break through VWAP from the range. We're going up, up, up. I don't know if we're making new highs or not. We are making new highs. Now we're about to enter. This is the 934 candle. We're making new ground coming up. There's some linear regression going on. Oh well. And this is a 30-point move to the upside. I'd like to go long today, but I am feeling like this is a range day. I want to see sellers actually step in and have some sell momentum. We're still in the 934 candle, so we have to wait before we actually make a move. Price is taking some new ground here. It's coming down a little bit with small rejections. I like to see sellers step in, but sellers aren't stepping in at all. Take a look at our CVDs. Sellers are not stepping in on this range day. And it seems like we're pushing up into new ground. I actually want to wait before I enter this trade. I want to wait for a pullback. And we have 12 points on the downside, and we are just coming straight up top. I'd like to see price come back to VWAP before I enter. So I'm just going to move these up. Possibly hide these indicators, but I'd like to see price come right back to VWAP. And we're going to close negative. If we do close negative, it's okay because that means I'll wait before I enter, which I plan on waiting anyway. I want to see price come back down to at least a 200 EMA before I enter. And if it does come back down all the way to 200 EMA, I'm going to enter with a 120 point to the top side and 120 points to the downside, which is basically 30 points. If I can get an entry, something like that, retracement to the top would be good. Got some down momentum, and let's see if sellers actually take over. A new range might be created on the top side. I'm just looking for a good place to enter because on these range days, there tends to be multiple places to enter. So we're coming back down to the bottom. The buyers are really aggressively pushing the sellers out, even around the point of control. We have some aggressive buyer movement. And do we have at least 10 points to the upside here? We do. I like to see buyers step up, but It looks like we're going to the upside. And that was our positive buy candle. I just want to see if sellers can make their way and push price back down. I want to see if we have a nice retracement to the downside, and we do. If we can get a close at VWAP, I can take 10 points up. It seems like sellers are being bullied, but I want to wait before we enter. Being very patient today. So let's just take a look at the CVDs. And let's see what the CVDs are telling us. We do have some buys insufficiencies. Buyers are stepping up. Sellers are actually battling back. And I want to see. But it does look like some weak sell candles are going on. Sellers are overtaking the buyers here. But even still, I would like to see us come right back to VWAP before we enter. All right, we do have some selling going on. Coming back down to VWAP. Buyers are taking over a little bit. If we close here, I think I might be entering around this area. We're still well above where I think we should be. Yeah, price is doing its thing. Price is doing its thing. I'm actually looking for a good entry to go long. I want to see if we can get a red candle close somewhere around this area, maybe bouncing off yesterday's. That's the previous day VWAP. This is the previous day VWAP, which just happens to be the point of control. Which just happens to be the point of control for today, the biggest volume node. And I like to have an entry that looks something like this. 30 points to the downside and 30 points to the upside. And there we go. We're coming through it. We're coming through it. This would be a fine entry. I'm waiting for the candle to close though. I want to see price fall down a little bit. Being rejected, I think this is a perfect place to enter. I'm going to go ahead and put an entry there. The same thing on all these candles, 40, 120.
Order submitted.
And we're going to do this on all the accounts. Okay, one unit. And let's see, we can 40, 120. And so only looking for 10 points to the upside. So I think that's a pretty good, realistic approach to the market for today. And I'm just waiting to see if we can make our way all the way back to the upside. I think that was a really good way for us to enter. I'm just going to double down on that. There we go. Got some movement to the upside. It's being rejected though. And we're just going to hold it. I'm just going to hold it and see what happens. Now, really coming to the upside. I think this is a very good trade that we actually entered. So I think we're going to be safe. It's a nice, safe trade. If we push any highs, if we push through VWAP, it'll be very good. Sellers are taking over again. And we're right about the we're right about where we need to be. I actually want to see some great buying coming in. Hopefully buyers can get there. We can get our push through VWAP. This look like we have it. All right, we're closed on that one. And we're still open a little bit in this position. I want to see if we can maybe come up and finish taking out.
Order canceled.
All right, and we have our points for the day. So that was actually pretty good on the range. So we take a look at open orders, 400 on each of these accounts. And we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. That was actually a really good range takedown. I like the way that we played that out. We got points on every account. Pretty good. Pretty good. This one was like instantly fulfilled, and every account is celebrating. Pretty good. Pretty good. I might stick in. I might want to take another one of those exits at this point. In fact, I might want to add more. I think I want to keep moving with that. So I'm going to add more accounts to it. And we'll keep trading with these accounts. I actually want to keep trading with the 150. This may be the next account we get funded. So if we come back to this point of control, I can see us ranging. Same strategy. And notice that the up move was, I think we may be making lower lows. I want to see what the CVDs are saying about that. So let's take a look at the CVDs. And we're not. Ever since the open, we're still positive on our CVDs. If we come back down to this area, I can see us taking another trade to the upside. I will not be mad about it. Because we have lots of points here. There's a point of control, and it's just very easy to take trades off of this point. So if we come back down here, I'd like to even place a limit order. So we do something like this. Just one unit would be fine. We're pushing through. Glad I didn't actually take that. We have some buying coming in. I wish I could have took that trade too. Let's see, we have some buyers recovering from that. Dang, I wish I could have got in there, but hopefully we have some selling, pushing back down. We press back down to this area. I can come in and buy. 41.20. So you want to step in here. Same thing. I think we're taking sharp stabs. We can do 41.20.
Order filled.
I think we could take that one off. I didn't wish I could.
Order filled.
But we're actually coming back to the upside. And I think it's going to be a sharp stab all the way to the upside. I don't see us going below and breaking the range. Let's see if we can get all the way back to the upside. We do have some liquidity coming in, and I need to be better on my entries. That was a really terrible entry. I actually want to play it safe. I want to see if maybe we can cross over. It'll be fine. In fact, we can move our stop all the way to the top because there's no point in losing any profits at this point. There's really no point in losing any profits. So I can move it to break even. I think this is best what we should be doing if we get to the upside. Do have some negative momentum coming in. And again, I kind of want to keep everything that I make at this point. We might get stopped out here. Price is coming back to the downside. Yeah, we might get stopped here, but that's fine. As long as we keep everything that we make. I don't want to see this trade go negative, but I don't think we are. Back to the top side, I guess. And I don't like the way prices move. I might just close this early. All right, so we stopped it. Yeah, that wasn't a very smart move on my behalf, but it's fine because we actually broke the range, which is, oof, that is a terrible drop to the downside. And the range is broken. I think we should start considering taking shorts now. I'm actually going to possibly short the low because we've already broken to the downside. I think we can go short. This is something that I've seen happen quite a few times on the NASDAQ. I like to take a short now. Stop loss 120 to the upside. Take a short. Take profit. We're going down. We can take quick shorts now. Seen this happen all the time on the NASDAQ. We can put our buy stop somewhere like right here. Stop loss. All right, we already been killed out. Dang, so we already. And just as that happened, we had a sharp move to the downside, which is unfortunate. See if we can take another stab to the bottom. Let price recoil a little bit. Take another stab. See if it happens. We could take that off. Quick 50. No, I don't think we're actually winning any of those trades. Let's see if we take a couple more stabs. And actually going to leave it on and see what happens. Just let it go down because once you break the range, price does tend to retrace after those aggressive moves. This is not what I want to see happen. But I think price is going to come back down before we go all the way back up. The price tends to retrace. All right, close that position. Close that position. I don't understand how that happened, but we've just lost a lot of that account. Let's close that position. I don't like that. Trying to trade quick stabs, we lost a lot. I don't understand how that happened. We're doing 120, so I let that loser go away. All right, so now we're at. All right, so I'm gonna transition over, and we're gonna keep trading with our Apex account, but we're gonna do so in a way where we hold on. Let's see what's got to sell. We didn't really lose anything there, but we're gonna keep trading in a way where we can kind of like, and that was a really dumb move for me to make, to be honest, with that last trying to catch those stabs. I mean, we could have caught some, but we just played that off terribly, and we lost a lot of profit on that account. That's unfortunate. So I know not to do that again. But we did come to the downside, and it was only for 30 points. You know, we risked a lot for 30 points, so that was not a good move. And we had a crazy recover. I could see price making its way to the downside. We had an act of God movement to get the heck out of there. Price kind of broke through, and so now we're just gonna be trading the accounts we have left, and we're gonna see how that works. Let's just, and we're super below pretty much any points that we've established. This will be the new initial balance low for now. This will be an initial balance low for now since initial balance hasn't even come yet. Do I see us recovering from this? I do, but slowly. And price has just made a new range. So any trade we take, it'll be very small trades. I'm actually going to go ahead and look, we made 25 on these other accounts, right? Whoop-dee for that. I'm actually going to go ahead and, how do I say this? I'm going to go ahead and I may just have to include these other trades in here, but I'm actually going to go ahead and keep trading on these accounts. And we're already 300 up for the day. We can walk away with that or see if we can find another trade. I'm actually happy with what we have. Now that we've broken the range, we come to the downside. I can see us taking shorts, and this is off the yesterday's open, by the way. I can see us taking shorts, but I think I'm gonna say I like the way things are set up. Right? I like the way. Let's see, what do we have here? I want to say I like the way things are set up, and I should just walk away with my profits here, right? Because for this account, we're literally a couple dollars away from being funded on the 150. So I think we should actually walk away at this point. I identified this was a range market, and we did rather well. We're 400 up on all the traded together accounts, and I would really like to walk. Right? I see we're approaching the overnight low, and yeah, we'd have to retrace all the way to the upside. So for that, I believe it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and topstepx.com, and I'm gonna trade on my Topstep X. I don't remember the password to that. Trade on my Topstep X account. We're going up. They're definitely going long. We're buying one.
Order filled.
Market long. And I'm just going to move this back. I think we're going to recover from that. Those big candles usually get retraced anyway. That was an aggressive move to the downside. I see us getting retraced and the market not falling and tumbling over on itself. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to move this all the way to the upside. And I say I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to make actually a big move and come all the way to the upside, because I believe the market is going to see this dip. And when we get to 10 o'clock, it's going to come down a little bit. So maybe I can move this down. How much we have in profit? And I believe the price is going to come all the way back up and recover. And it's a ballsy move, but hey, it's a ballsy day. So I'm just going to let that rock. All right. So that was my trading session for today. I see prices is rebounding a little bit. I hope it continues to rebound. And around the 10 o'clock area, we're actually ranging. And I don't think it's going to get any lower than this. I believe it's going to get bought up if it does come this low. Oh, look at that. Look at that. No, don't stop me out. Don't you dare stop Topstep X out.
Order filled.
Wow. And I have nothing to say about that. In that case, markets is falling. I'm just going to go short on Topstep X.
Order filled.
And because I've seen this come on the NASDAQ so many times. So many times we get stopped out. And I'm going to take it in this direction. So ballsy moves. I'm not even going to watch this trade. I don't really care. This is my play account. So we'll see what happens. And that's it for today.